Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for the support. To those who aligned here, welcome to the very first video of this YouTube channel, the Intune Sanctuary. This channel will become more clear as videos come out. Right now it's kind of not scuffed, but it's in its early phases, you know, as with anything that starts. And that is kind of intertwined with the message of this video. I'm probably going to name it Why You Should Do It, because this is why you should do it. I did write some notes that are kind of hopefully going to steer the direction of this video. I'm also going to pull some tarot cards. Bottom of the deck right away, the Magician. And as I was shuffling, Judgment fell out and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like these three cards are a big part of this message already. I was definitely feeling that. It's a lot of judgment calls that are going to be going on, you know, especially with this new moon in Aries. Shit's popping off, so to say. And those who did align here, you're intuitive. You are very in tune. I'll just say that right now. You're powerhouses. In ways that we might not fathom for the rest of our life, and in ways that we will. And that will become clear to us as time goes on. One of the main things that I wrote down was that you're a butterfly that can't see its wings now. I feel like it's getting to the point to where you are realizing your power. You are opening your eyes to the things that you're capable of, the things that you can do. Now, when I say this phrase, realizing your power, or remembering your power, I'm sure all of you, if you watch these videos, these kinds of videos, are going to hear that a lot. And that's because it's true, to a point to where that realization comes in layers, like an onion, right? I mean it in the sense of you're realizing how your reality is shaped by you. And only you. To a point, I guess. Clearly, you know, Magician right here. Okay, look at this puppy. The things you say, the things you think, they appear around you all the time. This is something that you have been made aware of. But again, circling back to realizing your power, this is something that is... This is a seed that has been germinating. Now it's blossoming, okay? In the sense that you have already met the weakest you. So now you're about to, if you haven't already, I'm sure you're on the verge. You know, it depends for each person, you know. Use your intuition there. But you've met the weakest you. So you're going to burst out into the strongest you, okay? And you can't be the strongest you without the weakest you, okay? Yeah. Also, this bursting out doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be slow. It is at your own pace, okay? Because the best way to do something right, to get it done right, is not to rush, but to go at your own pace, okay? I'm feeling like most, if not everybody here, understands divine timing, and they are aware that their path is divinely timed, divinely aligned, and divinely protected, okay? You guys have a higher calling. You guys are activators. You have a higher purpose. You serve. You are sacred teachers. Okay? These are all also things that have been made clear to you guys. Some of you may understand it at a deeper level. Some don't. You know, it all depends. And the candle's going crazy. Now, going back to why you should do it. If I was gonna say if you're a lot like me, which some are, but this is a collective reading, so yes, we're similar to a point, right? Why you should do it? Because you have places to go, things to do, people to see, people to meet. Okay, shit gotta get done. You gotta teach. You gotta activate people. Okay, this is how we get to higher places. This is how we make this place a better place. Okay? We inspire, we uplift with whatever our skill or gift is. It does not matter. Whatever you do does not necessarily matter. It's the frequency that we put out. Okay? That is going to change this world. I can't put it simply enough. Okay? This collective changes the world by being authentic, being themselves. And yes, everybody's changing the world. Yes, this is not from a self-centered point of view. Okay? Most, if not all, that are watching this video will understand that. Why you should do it? Because the old is ready to die. Okay? And I'm going to keep circling back to why you should do it, because I'm feeling Spirit is really planting that in my brain, because this applies to me too. Okay? Also, there are a lot of, there was 3 spirals that I drew. And these are notes that I just wrote throughout the day. So, yeah, there's a lot of loops that are going to be breaking when you do what you should do. And that will be different for everybody. For me personally, part of why you should do it and me doing the thing is making this first video. I personally have never made a video like this. Even prior to making this video, I meditated, I cleared my mind, I did a shower, I cleansed my vessel, all that. And upon getting to my desk, I sat for 20 minutes. Excuse me. I sat for 20 minutes thinking of how to say it, what to say, until I just clicked record and it kind of started flowing. And it might be like this for a few videos. I'm not sure. You're going to have to bear with me, okay? And I appreciate your patience. Because what you do when you first start is not going to be perfect. That was a big lesson for me. It still is. But at the same time, this collective are ascended masters. Okay? We were masters in past lives. And even in this life right now, doesn't matter your age or the walk of life, there are things that we have mastered to a certain degree. Some things deeper mastery, some things a more novice level mastery. Okay? Kind of, what's the word? I can't. When you're a novice master, it's kind of like I don't remember the word. But yeah, this mastery is a sort of checkpoint, a sort of realization of how far you've come on your healing journey. Now, these levels of mastery come with their benefits. Okay. Most, if not all, have cleared away a large portion of their karma. I will say that. With the Wheel of Fortune coming out, I am feeling like, and I know that we are coming up on a very lucky cycle. Okay. Maybe you guys have a lucky number that you associate luck with. I do. Mine is, should I say mine? I don't know why I shouldn't. Mine is 49. My lucky number is 49. I don't know why. I just like 49. Yeah. Most, if not everybody here, has cleared away their karma from their lineage, karma from their family, which is lineage, and your own personal karma. I'm sure we have karma from past lives, you know, but I'm feeling like, and I don't want to say a bulk, but a major load of karma has been cleared. For some, it could have been in the time of a few years. For some, it could have been like a decade or two. It depends, again, on your age and whoever's watching this video, whoever aligned to this video. Now, with this karma clearing, you have good things coming to you. You can feel that. You are aware of that, right? A few examples could be like people giving you things, you know, just luck, things going your way, you know, anything that feels serendipitous, that feels lucky, you know, those can be good indications of good karma, right? The universe kind of treating you, spoiling you a little bit, you know. Now, I do want to touch on one thing. I feel like for this collective, a main reason of why, and if you have done the thing, right, which is in reference to the video of why you should do it, if you have done this thing, right, kudos to you, congratulations. I'm sure that was hard and that it took a lot of courage. Okay, I just want you to know that I am proud of you. Very proud of you. Way to go. You did it. Good job. Your spirit team is proud of you. Your ancestors are proud of you. Because to do what you know you need to do to get on to your higher path can be hard. Especially if those around you that are close to you aren't supporting whatever you're doing, aren't actively acknowledging the effort you put into said thing. Okay? But going back to what I wanted to touch on, you've always been enough. I feel like you know this. You've always been enough. But there was just past programming that said otherwise. There was illusions placed on you, either by yourself or by others, knowingly, unknowingly, does not matter. Okay? But you've always been enough. Again, this was a hard lesson for me. It still might be. I don't know. We're gonna know soon enough. As time goes on, of course. Okay. I also want to apologize for cutting a lot of the video. You know, it's going to be all over the place for the first few videos, I'm sure. I don't really know how to do this. I don't know how to flow in one take. I was hoping to flow in one take, but I get going on a train of thought, and you know, I want to keep that train of thought. I don't want to just restart. At first, I was hoping for one take, but that is not going to happen. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Oh, well, it's not going to happen because this is my first time doing this, and I've never really done this before, so I don't really know how to go about it. And that's A-okay. Screw it. I feel like past me would have been freaking out about that. I feel like even 2 weeks ago, the version of me 2 weeks ago would have been not okay with that, but here we are now. Getting better every damn day. And that also pertains to you guys. You know, this is a group that is always striving to get better. This is a group that is always learning. And is, excuse me. And this is a group that is also always wanting to teach what they learn. And not in a way of, oh, I am better than you. Okay, this is in a way of teaching by example. Okay. In a lot of ways, we are the example for others. Truly. There's a lot of people around us that are stuck in the old. We'll say it that way. And that is not to put blame on anybody, of course. Okay. But in order for there to be change and for there to be newness, excuse me, there has to be, oh, and forgive me for the chair. It's very creaky. But, sorry. In order for there to be newness, in order for there to be change, there has to be people that are the example, and there has to be people that catch up to that change. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this video of this sheep herder grabbing a sheep and pushing it over a bridge. Once that one sheep does it, the whole, is it flock? The whole flock of sheep go over that bridge, you know? So I feel like that's a good representation, simplified, of what this collective does. Okay. In other terms, you are the light. Candle goes crazy right there. You are the light. I feel like your light shines onto people's demons, onto things that are hidden. You know, you bring a lot of change with you. That is just what you do on a day-to-day basis. Not a day-to-day basis, maybe, you know, it depends. But over time, you bring a lot of change to a lot of people. You know, a lot of us, you could resonate as a starseed, but a lot, if not most of us, are placed in dark places. If you think back to your life, and maybe some of you have, I'm sure you have, if you think back to your younger days, you know, you could realize that you were placed in a very dark place. And that is because your light brings change. It brings change for the better. Okay? And this very same light that shines in those dark places also shines on people. People that are trapped in illusions, people that are trapped in old cycles, you know. You open their eyes to a lot. And in one of my places of work, it's a coaster. It's Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, for those that speak Spanish. It fell from a table when the customers left and rolled right to me. So, yeah, that's why I took it as a sign. You guys bring a lot of change. Death is related with change, you know. Milagro is it's reversed there, but it's a brand of tequila. Milagro in Spanish is miracle. You guys are miracles. Okay? Straight up. Gotta give it to you straight. You guys are miracles. Some of you may already know that. Some of you may begin to realize that. But you guys are miracles. And the miracle of you is part of why you should do it. See, we're coming back to it, okay? There's a pattern here, guys. Why you should do it. Whatever this is, this is something that you know you have to do. Like I mentioned earlier, this is for a higher purpose, right? This is something that you know you have to do, but you've been putting off. This is something that, and even if this something that you know you should do isn't going to end up being what you do, say, for the rest of your life, or isn't the main thing that Spirit is getting you to be at or guiding you to be at, it doesn't matter. This is just something that you know you need to do to set your path in stone, okay? To set it in stone. For me personally, again, it was this making this first video, right? Now, this isn't my only endeavor. You know, I plan on doing a lot more things. You know, I am a creator. I am a magician, right? Just like we all are. Everybody is always manifesting. But, again, we've reached a mastery with manifesting. Now, this collective are master manifestors, right? To the point that we are entangled with quantum entanglement, okay? Now, I don't want to go into that topic right now because I feel like I wouldn't do it right. Okay. So I am going to hold off on that for now. I just wanted to bring it up. Some of you, if not most, will know what that is. Will even be able to talk about it better than I do. There's some people out there that really go into that stuff. Like the Draconic Priestess, if you guys watch her, you might. You never know. She's awesome. Giving you everything is enough. When I look back at my life, right, I realized that giving my everything was enough. Now, some people don't give their all, and some do. You know, some people are built in ways that they don't, and that's okay. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, you know. But me personally, anything I do, and this has it's bad and it's good, right? Like everything. Giving your everything is enough. Now, when you do what you should do, rest assured that if you give it all you got, that is more than enough. Because, again, as I mentioned earlier, the things that this collective is going to do, when they stem from authenticity, from love, from themselves, it is enough. Okay. For example, this video, it's all over the place, but I trust that it is enough for the intention that I set out for it. Okay. I know that this will find the right people at the right time that need to hear a message like this, that they need to see somebody doing something for the first time something that they love to do. I love to do this. Even though I haven't done this, I know I love to do this. Okay? There's a reason why I'm doing it and why there's a smile on my face. Okay? Because I'm having fun. Yeah, I may be nervous. It might show, it might not. I don't know. But giving your everything is enough. Okay? Spirit works through you. Angels work through you. The divine, God, whatever you believe in, works through you. Okay? You may have been seeing 333 a lot. Or any other angel number, for that fact. But 333 is just shows divine support. Not always, but divine support for the most part. Now, I like to pull some tarot cards. Now that we got through all the bullet points, I'm going to set this down, actually. I'll pull some tarot cards to see. I think I want to pull some cards to see what will come out of you doing what you should do, right? And when I say what you should do, that's not me saying you need to do this, right? Because I'm not going to force you to do anything, okay? This is all in divine timing, on your own plan, you know? But, Spirit, what is going to come out of people doing what they know they should be doing? Got 2 cards coming out. Okay. Page of Wands. It's a little blurry. 5 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Also, if you'd like to know the deck, this is it. Again, it's backwards, I keep forgetting. It's The Tarot of Light and Shadow by John Matthews and Andrea Aste. Awesome deck. My very first deck, actually. Was a gift from my sister. Shout out her. Anyways, Page of Wands, 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. What will come out of you doing what you know you should do? I mean, a lot of Wands energy right off the bat. Page of Wands, 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Alright. I wanted to take a minute to really tap into these cards. These 3 cards speak to action. Okay. Page of Wands, 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Which is pretty aligned with the energy right now. Astrologically. There were 6 planets in Aries. Aries new moon. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of wanting to do. Okay. Now, Page of Wands, I felt called to read it from the book, and I'm going to read it to you guys from the book. This is perfect. This feels perfect for me as well, you know, because I'm reading for the collective, but this is also for me, okay? Now, the character of the Page of Wands is an artless, sometimes overly candid person who speaks first and thinks afterwards. For all this, he or she is probably a genius, someone who has such a rapid and intuitive grasp of a skill or situation that they can appear cleverer than they actually are. The pages are often the bearers of news, generally of a fabulous or extraordinary kind, and he or she can also be the message as well as the messenger. Okay? And that was just the overall card definition. Now, in this deck, there is a light and a shadow, okay? Now I'm going to be reading the light aspect, okay? This is often seen as a card representing a follower, a fan. You may find yourself in the presence of someone who speaks with great brilliance, or you may be such a person yourself. You may also be a person who can make things happen behind the scenes. Now, a lot of us here, me personally, I relate to making things happen behind the scenes. You know, a lot of us work in the shadow. A lot of us, well, I personally really like doing like rituals or my witchcraft in the night. You know, I work with the moon a lot, so a lot of you may relate to that. If not, that's okay. You know, but it doesn't have to be just working in the night. Behind the scenes is you putting things together behind the scenes, you know? And again, I'm going to say in the dark, but it doesn't have to be in the nighttime. Okay, hopefully you get what I'm saying there. Now, Page of Wands to the Five of Wands. Yes, this may be this action or this thing that you want to do, that you know you should do, right? To some, it may appear novice, beginner, you know, much like this video, for example. Okay. And that might breed conflict, maybe within yourself, mostly within yourself, right? For example, with me starting this video, well, it's a bunch of videos put together, but, you know, you might face some turmoil, and that's expected. You know, you do something new, you're gonna struggle, okay? That is definitely expected, and that is a-okay, okay? I feel like a lot of us here know this, but a master at whatever they do is always going to be a beginner, is always going to be a Page of Wands, okay? You're always going to be learning, right? But with this Four of Wands here, success, okay? Checkpoint. Now, this doesn't have to be huge success, okay? And it probably won't be, let's be honest, because you're starting something new, right? Page of Wands, again, this is new. But even the smallest success is something, okay? Even the smallest step is something. Success. Whatever you think is going to happen when you do this thing, it's probably not going to happen. And I mean that in terms of like you expecting something bad to come out of it, okay? Like we mentioned earlier, Wheel of Fortune energy, okay? We got luck on our side right now, okay? That is for sure. I know we do. If you're a part of this collective, we got luck, okay? And we're blessed with that because we hold the responsibility of change. We hold the responsibility of being change, of embodying change, of embodying love, of embodying the light of the divine, of God, of whatever you believe in, okay? Now, I want to pull a card or two for the success, okay? For this Four of Wands. And instantly came out. Four of Serpents, which is Four of Pentacles. Now, Four of Pentacles usually talks about holding on to something, but in this sense, I'm reading it as stability. Stability in the way of you finding footing in whatever it is you're doing, you know? For example, with this video, I'm maybe like 20 minutes in, I don't know, from all the videos that I've cut up, but I already feel much comfortable talking in front of camera, considering I've never done this in my life. The Four of Pentacles can also talk or refer to like contracts. You know, this could be an upcoming contract that you sign from taking the action. Again, setting in stone what you're doing in your life, you know, going to that higher purpose or towards that higher purpose. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this, I also want to say, Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, major stability, you know? This is you anchoring in to, again, your higher purpose. I just keep getting that. This is you anchoring in to your higher purpose, to your calling. This is you anchoring in to a sort of success or a checkpoint moment in whatever it is you're doing. Again, I'm trying to keep this vague because this is a collective reading, but definitely stable, for sure. Now, oh, my dryer just finished. My load. No. If you're anything like me, I just want to touch up on the Five of Wands that I mentioned earlier, that conflict, right? Yes, there will be conflict, yes. And like I said, mostly within yourself. This is going to be something that is hard for you to launch, you know. You may have been building a brand behind the scenes. You may have been writing a book behind the scenes for a while. Whatever it is, for most of you, you've been creating something, this thing, a brand, a portfolio, maybe an album, maybe whatever it is. You've been building this behind the scenes, but now you're launching it. And that, it reminds me of, if you guys have played Detroit Become Human, or Becomes, I don't remember, where one of the droids, I think his name is Connor, one of the main protagonists, when he's in the art room, and the old guy that he's taking care of is getting confronted by his son, I think, and the droid wants to fight back to the son. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the scene. I don't remember this very well. I just remember when the droid is breaking through the mold, which is his programming, right? He's breaking through this mold, and the second he breaks through that is when he becomes more than just that droid or that robot. Wow, that's cool. I just realized that. He breaks through his own programming, just like all the other droids do. And coming back to the Five of Wands, that's that first inner conflict. Okay? Yes, you will face that conflict. And yes, you will become, well, you will find success. Yes, you will become successful. I was going to say that, but you will find success from that conflict. That's sick how that wraps up. That's pretty cool. But I just wanted to add that little piece for the Five of Wands to reassure those who need reassurance. Because trust me, I need it too. So don't feel bad for that. Okay. Now, I was going to pull one final card to end off the video, the reading. I didn't know what to ask Spirit though, but I was going to go pick up a pen that fell, and I accidentally, well, there's no accidents. I put the deck face up, bottom up, and it was the Wheel of Fortune again. So things are turning, okay? To wrap up this video, things are turning. You have luck on your side, okay? Trust and believe that. A lot of you might resonate with, what's it called? The Midas touch, okay? Everything you touch turns to gold. And if you look back in your life, you might see that that is true, okay? Abundance follows you wherever you go. You know, some of you may notice that when you go to a store, it fills up instantly. I don't know what other examples to use for that, but luck is on your side. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be, and trust that you are working with your higher self, with spirit, with your ancestors, with whatever you believe in, and trust that success will find you if you take the risk, if you launch, if you do what you know you should do, okay? And when you do what you know you should do, because I know you will, I just want to say that I am very proud of you. Even if it's from a stranger, I hope it means something, and I hope that the words that come out of my mouth do have, not the effect, I don't want to say the effect, but I hope you feel how proud I am of you, and I hope you feel the love emanating from this video, okay? Sending you guys love, sending you guys light, sending you guys strength, and I hope you took something out of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. For those that watch this video, of course, use your discernment with this video and with all videos that are of this nature, okay? And, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Much love. I'll see you in the next one. Also, one more thing. You guys, be delusional, okay? Think outside the box. Now, when I say be delusional, be safe. You guys, I know you have that discernment within you, okay? Be delusional. Most people that are successful are a little delusional. They're a little crazy, okay? Be delusional until it becomes true, okay? Believe. Believe you can do it. Don't quit. And things will turn in your favor. As they do, as they have. Because even the bad is good. We just have to look at it that way. Okay? Much love. Peace. You got this. You got this.